Welcome to the Eminem and Tessa Show, also known as the Spider-Man Show with the Thieves. This is not your show. You're not a mother or father of it. There is no mother of it. There is no blood law or paperwork issue. There is no role-playing as another sex. There is no battle of the sexes since women want to be mommy. There is no spiritual abuse. There is no shroom law. There is no man or woman that is on sides or off sides on any number because numbers only apply to pitchers. There's no Punnett score to determine how well behaved or misbehaved you were. There's just well behaved or misbehaved. There's no harassing, mocking, bullying, abusing, embarrassing, threatening, intimidating, or slandering any of my loved ones or me. There is no physical, psychological, social, mental, spiritual, sexual, educational, emotional, financial, verbal, romantic, or even narcoleptic abuse. There is no sexual harassment. There is no pulling my hair or shaving me. There is no making me have shortness of breath, or putting pressure on my heart, or giving me any chest pains at all. There is no whoring or hoeing with anyone, unless you're actually holding me the right way and get me closer to a slow and powerful hand job. Everyone knows that my reach is over $1 billion. We'll get paid a lot of money is the point. This is only for the women or male thieves in the 100-acre woods. It's not hard to do this without beating me on getting me my reach and you being a part of it. You've been following me for a year in a facility. Beat me. I will call you on this. All of you are on OVN offense right now. Remember, OVN stands for orgasm versus nothing, or obliged versus needed. You're always speeding there, thinking it's okay to milk the show yourself, saying you represented me. You are a whore and a hoe, was the point, and turn this into a whore and a hoe raid. We will win that when the show's turned in. If you stay inside with us as well behaved, you will increase your chances of profiting off the show when it's turned in. Each wormhole that I scribed in is worth an unknown minimum and a max of 4 million. I say minimum because everyone that I've seen will be held accountable for a minimum. Please do not have an inferiority complex because the show is not yours. There's plenty of money to go around when the show's turned in. I want to focus on how you're a good person and prove it through the laws. There's no complaint on the 145 laws that we've used because they're posted on Instagram. Jamie Bang. Out of all those laws, Latisse came up with 8 of them. He said there will be 6 rules to the show. I'll come, I came, will come, they'll come, she'll come, he'll come. Latisse can say any one of these, but on I'll come, I came, you have to be an inmate. On will come, they'll come, you have to be a cop. And on she'll come, he'll come, you have to be a Jew or in the mirror. Now, an inmate, since we're applying to this facility, is anybody that's a civilian. A cop would be the staff, of course, or an actual cop, and a Jew still applies to the mirror. Now, all my thesis stayed on sides about your laws, and I followed them. Please follow the rules as the laws for the show. All they've asked for you to do is to simply follow the rules. The rules, set by the fathers, are a guideline on how to frame people on sides, while the laws are a guideline on how to make money from the show an hour later without pouring. This is dry snitching, and it'll get the job done more effectively. Majority of the laws applied outside this facility, but the ones that do apply within the show's parameters are the ones that you not only made, but agreed upon, and will be used to frame you and make money. Don't be offsides about them. All the mockery isn't worth it. You're the one who came up with them. The more offsides you are, the more you're guaranteeing money from that angle or that time at that time. You're already offsides, not doing my reach and blocking me from getting one. So stop having sex with everyone and just stay on sides of me. I will help you, and if you stay on sides of me and do as I say, you'll be using your common sense. I know we could actually forge me out of here if you did my reach, so it is imperative to remain on sides and take this seriously. You guys have separated me from my family for a long time now, years, and I'm separated again out here in Arizona. So please, I am not your enemy. I'm a very expensive reach at a rich fair that wants to fall in love with you, and it's right now we are at New Freedom. So stop trying to confuse the Wi-Fi by not telling people where I'm at. At one point, the show was advertised at 4.5 and 7.2. When I was in Nevada, and the fathers in Little Wayne were fathering it with the floor, as we charged people for the real estate development that I want, and we're willing to pay a group of people $600 million to do my reach. So that way my soulmate and I could comfortably take care of the real estate ourselves. Eminem even mentions it in his song Realist about the mansion I'll get, and about the thieves in the show that are from the world, as he describes, as friends. As he mentions in his Kicks Off freestyle, the whole world is upside down, and my mouth ain't gonna shut. And as my king mentioned, it's not half the world, that isn't our angle. It applies to everyone who I see now, and what they owe. There will be a world bank account, so to speak, that the pillars will set up. So don't fret on how much money we can deposit in it. This money isn't a joke to me. I want to see you show me why you deserve to be a part of the people that came with me. And this is what an orgy I have. There could be up to 1,000 people that come. You should be making your money on sides and making me beg you and whine to you about how much I love you. The only man that could even do my reach is Eminem, besides thieves in the 100 Acre Woods. So all women need to stay on sides with me only. Same with men. You were a whore and a hoe here was knowing this is a hoe and a whore raid, and have proven yourself as a bad whore. If you hold me the right way, you will get money out of this show now and once it's turned in. Otherwise, you will not be paid twice for your whoring and hoeing. A mockery of you coming and saying you were mean. You will actually owe all that you made with the fee. They're blocking me is the point. You were either rich framed by the show or you will be shamed by it later. As I said, you will be shamed because you did not want to get rich. You're having sex the whole time and forcing the Wi-Fi to stay outside of me get my reach. The thieves were the only real men and women of the show and they know how attracted I am to them and are the only ones that have maps dedicated to this movie and are the only ones I plan on sleeping with to get money. You will have to pay your dues to the show is the point, or the cops will be called to me. My reach really is for rich or for poor if you want to do it. There is carnal knowledge in this show, so know that you will go there with 8 of my chess pieces before we meet or afterwards. This applies to the thieves. Marshall has a max of 4, Elon has a max of 2. Since they're both dad, Elon being a version of mom, and since he's married, he's only going to have to go there with 2, and Marshall's single. But those ones guaranteed have to go there with that number of people. Each piece has a max of 3. Your choices are between those two: Bill Gates, Jim Carrey, Lil Wayne, Robert Downey Jr., Donald Trump, Tom Hanks, Mel Gibson, G-Eazy, Dwayne Johnson, Malcolm Bear, Ryan Reynolds, Dave Burr, Will Smith, Vin Diesel, Chris Evans, Hugh Jackman, Adam Sandler, Adam Driver, Gary Oldman, Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro, Andrew Garfield, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Holland, NF, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Shia, Keanu Reeves, and Chris Hemsworth. Going with Eminem or Elon obviously gets you the most money. We only need 32 women. We already have the women of this show that are the thieves as chess pieces as well. That's 256 times I made you come as a woman. So there's no complaint if you're a real woman of this show or not. If you still want to be an asshole for me or another man whore, a real man of the show, or vice versa, then it'll be with 2 women or men. As in, you were within one of the people who came with the show, but weren't one of the chess pieces of the high power. My chess pieces will pimp you though. Obi and offense doesn't have to be with Obi and offense specifically either. You can go with the thief. Same with the thief. Respectfully, real men and women of the show will be paid more, as it is their show. No one should control the Wi-Fi unless you're holding me the right way, because I am being beat both physically and emotionally, and I'm recording you. When Eminem and Jim fathered the show by themselves, we framed Boost Mobile, Apple, YouTube, Cash App, Verizon, and even made my last psychiatrist, Dr. Gordon, retire because we stayed inside on whose show it was, as in it was our show, and made the Wi-Fi signals back down on trying to frame us. I even have my neighborhood in Henderson framed so badly that they put a spider web up and would do as I said. The mile marker said 4.5 when the show was actually smaller, right outside my house because of the show's value at 7.2. It's now at 30, and it's not going to go higher. I am so good at doing what I'm told, but the tunnel is there, with the exact amount of food in our pantry except the sugar. And that was me leaving 9+ signals from my room with a neighborhood that had thousands. There should be no problem for me leaving the Wi-Fi here. Stop trying to manipulate the Wi-Fi here at home because it's making us talk through a broken mirror. And I'm being beat from it. Your Wi-Fi knowledge is a lie if it says it's okay to do this. There's no money from that. There's only debt. This should be obvious. You need to stay on sides with me and just use your common sense. Anytime someone wants to use the phone and send signals, have them send signals home. The mirror should be sending them out to paint tunnels in their city, specifically in Henderson, now in Phoenix. I have actually set up 3 more keys that you can use. Get them to paint the tunnels. 13, 14, and 15 are available now. We're calling it Project Freedom. It's evidence about the wars in Africa, Mexico, and here. If you don't want to involve yourself in the painting to milk it the right way, then kill an insect a day to keep up with the show and do it on camera as I did. This applies to the ones who are whoring both OV and offense and the thieves who are on OV and offense. The only ones it doesn't apply to are the ones in my playlist, the 100 Acre Woods. You can feed them a spider to do the deed. You can feed them to a spider to do the deed if you're more comfortable, because this chore also applies as a representation of those going to war. Through this white magic, you can send people into witness protection at the top, not only at the bottom. Now, if you understand what I'm saying, you can send people into witness protection that are millionaires. You can also trap a bug in a jar and feed it until it dies like it's prison. If you do this and successfully get into the show, you'll forever be my baby as I'm yours. I'm trying to help you pull a heist in a flood, otherwise it'll be like going to 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven and getting a free Slurpee, as in your money, when I'm the only one who knows where the 7-Eleven is, and you're the fucking 7-Eleven. I'm sorry for cussing. Now, in Project Freedom, there's up to 600 immigrants that could be freed if this is done right. This is all over what happened in Cali. My maps, Music to be Murdered by, Curtain Call 2, Funeral, No Ceilings 3, Scary Nights, Certified Lover Boy, Honestly Never Mind, These Things Happen Too, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, Jackman, Beautiful Trouble, I'm Good, How About You, Heart vs. Mind, Miss Moral and the Hot Steppers, The Funeral and the Raven, Mind, Hope, Ohms, Fear Inoculum, and The Deaths of Slim Shady are just some of the dedications to this movie, and that's in the Black Mirror. The show already has predicted Super Bowl 55, 56, and 58, the Stanley Cup 2023. I was catfished in 57 because I wanted the Eagles to win, and we didn't, so I lost that one. But I need you to take this seriously because that's $400 million right there. It's not a game about talking about war in this country and other ones for this long. It is also not an excuse to mock the show or beat me. Don't let people pressure you to do it. I have evidence from the tunnels from the thieves when they did it, and all it says is abuse, accuse, Maisie, Mew, and Lucy, with my first name in the middle of all of it. Take into account why I act so small on purpose and how the superpowers and Spawn alone should show you why I ignored your origins. I want you to show more gratitude and relax on all your catcalling and want to be mothering and fathering. I've explained over and over who's fathering the show, and how there is no mother or mother's milk. Any woman that does my reach and makes me come with them will get the most out of the $100 million that was agreed to be given to her and 7 other women as an Ocean 8 concept. There should always be one of the 8 women either on OV and offense or one of the thieves that have to keep the Wi-Fi on sides about constantly holding me. And they should be paid anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per hour. Now, the Ocean's 8 concept applies to the 100 Acre Woods, as in the Sasquatch. As in Search and Rescue, not Sasquatch. Those two are separated, but both are the same. They're in the 100 Acre Woods. We are setting an example in the show, so don't become an example to it. Anyone that represents those thieves, you can only pick one thief if you're a representation of the thief. You can't represent multiple people. Everyone knows what we agreed upon on that. You can't represent 2 people. If you choose to represent Eminem, it's only Eminem you can represent. If you choose to represent Scarlett, it's only Scarlett you choose to represent. By simply stating the rules alone, no one will be able to make any complaints against you. I suggest you stay on sides with me, and I'll help you by scribing you in. All you have to do is keep the Wi-Fi on sides and record it. So what I just explained to you is my reach is available for anyone right now if you want to help, but it's only supposed to be done by a thief. You can help and hold me and even be in the view if you're well behaved enough. And that's because this is a rich fair. And that if you're not going to do it, just hold me right and get closer to me anyways. There is no stealing the show, there's only turning it in for over $1 billion. And this is because I won't take a lot of money from you, or this is so I don't take a lot of money from you when I come, because you're either rich framed by the show or you'll be shamed by it later. The reach will go to Eminem if you don't do it, so don't play dumb on who we are to each other. If you get shamed, it's because you do not want to get rich. My love can only go so far when I come. I do mean it when I say I want you to get money with us when the show's turned in. You chose to be a part of this show, so no complaints when the show's turned in and Eminem and whoever does my reach and my origin. Now, before I get out of here, I just want you guys to know that you could get a 15th of the money. That's assuming we get 1.5. You can easily get $100 million and get me out of here. All this harassment about everyone's a weenie stuff shows you ain't nothing gonna happen until you do my reach. But it get more expensive for the group that comes with me at the top. And I want to keep proving it that this is weenie stuff. Everyone's a weenie, so I really need someone to help me and give me a hand job. It'll be a woman that I come with unless you make Eminem or one of my thieves in the 100-acre woods do my reach. You know that I love you. You need to stay on sides. Stop abusing me. I mean it when I say I love you. I need a wifey/teacher to do my reach, or a man. Let them get close to me. All women should be doing this because we don't know who her is exactly. And the fact that I want to get real estate with her and 7 other women should show you what it means to get this money. No one should be harassing me about anything. I have heard it 1,000 different ways and 1,000 different times. All I need is a beautiful reach from a beautiful person. Other than that, you're framing yourself in hopes that Eminem gives you money later. Remember, each table owes $33 million per table in the floor. There's 131 tables. Some say it's $37 million per table. Each table on the floor, well behaved, will be able to keep a third of the money. So you guys will be rich shaming each other to donate to the show and the thieves and those who came up in the show. We play this on OVN offense on the single digits number 1 through 6, owe $2 to $4 million per wormhole. And that's because per date as well. And that's because you guys are always speeding and thinking it's okay to go further. You're going faster than we did at home. This is a rich fair. It's only getting more expensive. My plan is to get the money with a group of you and whatever girl you hook me up with. So take care of it. Remember, you guys aren't doing anything here. Go whoring here when you're not supposed to. The only guaranteed way I'm going to get you money at the end of this is if you stay on sides with me and start holding me right. If you start holding me, you'll be able to get more money out of the show right now and later. As long as it's able to be proven and not beat me as a counter while you're holding me, because that's not going to count. Otherwise, you're just lowering how much money you could have coming to you if you even do, because of how fucked up you've been. I really do give you my word on how you should stay on sides with me and control the Wi-Fi, as I'm telling you. It'll be worth your while. And one last thing, all this, I won't pay that much, or I won't pay you because I was used here or whatever, isn't going to cut it. You're smart enough to know that me calling the cops on you with one of the thieves will get all the money that you owed personally. Do you really want to be the person who is sour about what they owed? My advice is to frame everyone about what they owe to this show and get evidence on everyone who beat me, every which way. So stay on sides, as a lot of the thieves do, to increase your chance of getting paid. I've given all of you head, quote unquote. You made me do it. So if I come to you to get my money and you make me call the cops on you, I'm taking Eminem's advice and I'm coming after you. I will literally drag your name through the mud for not paying me what's owed. and making me take the money to the cops. The whole world would know what you did here and who you were, and all that your word and that your word was no good to play games with. And that's what you owe at a minimum. Everything you made here is mine, and you know it. It's actually multiplied too because you rather have kept me here to mock each other about you abusing me than just being a good sport and doing my reach. What's the blowjob to what you owe besides you making a lot of money with me? Just hold me the right way if you're not ready and enjoy the show with me, or it's enjoy the rain when I come. And when I say leave me alone because you're damaging me, I mean it. I won't tell anyone what you did here. Just leave. We'll find people who actually care. The money's already taken care of by the thieves and the floor. Please stop abusing me. Use triangle offense, like the lick, and stop showing. Excuse me. Use triangle offense. The show's at a minimum of $1 billion and is at a max of 30. Keep that in mind. Now, take care. These are your Miranda rights.